Jazzy Boy Production, ladies and gentlemen.
Talking film, yes, obviously with YAR FM, a program that is brought to you about the film and creative industry in Zambia. Your favorite shows and films reveal celebrity secrets and also behind the scenes, as well as tell you where to get the necessary skills in film production. As I said earlier on, yes, with me, a young lady who many of you know from the TV screens production with Reflections and On the Run, Landlady Miss Landlord, our very own Kitwa-based Patience Joseph Kabwata, and also Martina Mwanza, co-founder and managing director of the SOTAMBE Film. Okay, just starting it. How's Lizzie and Laban?
Oh, they are doing fine.
Laban, pressure.
He's a cheerful guy.
He's a cheerful guy.
Yes, so they're all fine.
Okay.
Though they're in Lusaka, but we talk once in a while through social media platforms and stuff. Yes.
Landlady Miss Landlord. There's that man right masana kuapela wado. They could, you give him alcohol, he will do anything. They made him twerk last time. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a good
anyway,
show.
yes. Landlady Meets Landlord is a huge series on Zambezi Magic produced by Makumba Mumba, where you have a supportive role.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you have a supportive role, but people know you from way back. Okay, TV series like Reflections, and you can share your journey with us. And how did you start your career as an actress? And how can one make it to TV show on Zambezi Magic? I know a lot of people out there, including myself. Like, when will I be on Zambezi Magic?
You'd like to be a part of us?
Yes.
You're welcome.
We want to.
Okay, so to start with, I started acting when I finished school. That was in 2004 at Ellen Kaunda, right here in Kitwe. So I came across TV adverts. There was no Facebook by then.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So there was a TV advert. They were looking for actors and actresses under the same Reflections. That was under MEF. Yes, Mindolo Economic Foundation. So that's how we went there to audition. And then luckily enough, I was picked. So they trained us, MEF trained us by ordering workshops. And then they used to call prominent actors such as Ban Kanjala himself. So they used to hold workshops here and there. So that's how we were trained. And then later on, I joined Kitwa Little Theatre, Nkasi, the famous Nkasi. Yes, because I also do stage plays. So I joined them, and then we started working with them, and they could also call people here and there to educate us. Then you also said that I should tell you how one can join Zambezi Magic.
Yes.
Okay. So what they do is that they hold auditions from time to time. So they would post these auditions on Facebook, and then some they will just put them online whenever you can find them. Yes. And then what happens is that you are going to respond to those, maybe in the comment section, like in my case. This is how I joined Landlady Miss Landlord.
Okay.
Yes. So I just commented. They said they were looking for actors and actresses. So that's how I commented, and then they got interested. So from there, we inboxed each other. They asked for my line, and then I gave them. And then that's how they told me to send a show reel. So I sent that one, and then the director thought I was good. So that's how I was invited in Lusaka. So I think it's not a difficult thing to find you in Zambezi Magic. What is important is just to go for auditions. Whenever you see some auditions, go there. And then with the coming of the school that Martina and the group have formed, I think that is an added advantage. It's going to help a lot. Because once you have papers that you've been to school, you are trained, you can get a job anywhere in the world. Yes.
Interesting. You've mentioned job. This is one thing that parents always look out for. Now, it's never been a secret that your parents did not like the idea of you becoming an actress. How is their view now? Okay, has it changed since there is definitely a program in your acting career?
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to talk about this. But anyway, I'm not going to hide anything. Yes. Okay. I have their full support.
Wow.
Mom and dad supports me like no one else on earth. Yes, because let me give an example. So I'll talk a lot about landlady standards because that's my latest film that I'm working with. Yes. So what happens is that they'll give you the script in English, and then in landlady standard, I'm acting in Lamba.
Wow.
Yes. So there are times I don't know how to translate some words, so I'll call them, and then they will tell me the right words to use.
Okay.
So I'm working hand in hand with my parents. They're very supportive of my career.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I thought they'll just play a role as huge fans, but they're consultants as well.
Yes. They are not only fans. We're working together. They help me a lot.
I like Lamba. I feel it's a twist to Bemba. It's a twist.
Some people say that, but it's not true.
Muli kulabira, something like that. It's like Bemba, but it's not really Bemba.
Tachiri pochibemba Philip Seneka kwas. Kan
Seems like an advanced Bemba.
Yes.
That's how I feel. But anyway, coming to you, Martina. You've been quiet today. Coming to you, and the school, obviously. Now, when you say film or filmmaking, what comes to mind of people is actually acting. All right. Yes. Now, the people we see on the screen are not thinking about huge production teams behind the camera, but since acting seems to be on a high demand, you can tell us the certificate program that SOTAMBE Film Institute is introducing with Zamcom. Okay, is acting part of the learning as well?
Yes. I know people are glued to hear that.
Okay.
Yes. Acting is a very important component in filmmaking.
Before you carry on, I know it's very important, but okay, is it anybody that can just wake up and say, I want to train acting, I want to see if I can be an actor? Or maybe they're just talented people, just like musicians.
I think for you to wake up to say you want to be an actor, you feel like you have some talent. You already feel that passion. So it's just the way you groom it.
Okay.
So there are people who are very talented and they can make it through without any training because they just, they have it. There are people who have a talent, but they need a small push, right? So just like Patience said, even when she started, it's good that you have some kind of workshops. It builds your confidence. It gives you a certain idea on, how you can work on yourself to reach where you actually want to reach. So I think that any training of any kind is very important. And so back to your question, yes, it is part of the filmmaking program that we are introducing with Zamcom. It's one of the components, but as I mentioned last time, for those who are listening, at the moment we are introducing all parts of film, so that we want people to understand the teamwork on the film production. How does it work? How is it connected? So acting is component of it, and people will be trained in that in the first term. But then next year we are trying to introduce the separate courses with specialization. So acting will stand on its own, directing will stand on its own, cinematography will stand on its own. But at the same time, or at the particular time right now, we have the baseline.
Okay, awesome stuff. And Patience, you have been part of many field slots in the country. Can you describe to our listeners and viewers how it really works on sets? Okay, I'd love to know what's happening behind the scenes.
Okay, actually that's my favorite part.
Okay.
Yes, I love the making of the movie more than the movie itself. Because you find that when you are on set like this with Martina, we are going to have what we call the crew. So the crew are the part of the production that people are not going to see out there, but they are the ones who does the main job, if we were to be frank.
Okay.
Yes. So you find that we'll have the director. So I think I'll describe the director as someone like a small god.
I like that.
Yes. So this is the person that tells you what you're going to do. And then they are going to direct you even on the lines that you have mastered, just in case you forget your lines. Then we have the DOP, that is the director of photography. He will be there to position the movements of the cameras. Yes. Then we've got the boom swingers, those overhead microphones. Yes, so they will be there as well to make sure that the sound comes well. Then there's the sound technician himself. So he'll be there, and then we have some makeup artists. In case you start sweating, or maybe you've messed up yourself when you are eating, or anything happens like that. So you'll find that the makeup artist will be there. And then we have what we call the costume design. So the costume design, this is the person that is responsible for how you're going to look, how you're going to dress. Because you can be given a role where they want you to be a father, like a Catholic father, and then you find that someone is dressed in suits, and we know that those people don't dress like that. So we have the costume designer, the set designer, the people for the props. So the list is endless anyway.
Okay, so
actually, sorry, let me add. There's a movie. In one movie, you can have a crew of about 60 people. So imagine how
just the crew
itself working on the film behind the cameras.
Wow.
So you need about between 40 to 60 people. So now imagine how big potential is it for job creation in the country.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like a huge project. One of these fine days, I'll ask you about budgeting and how much a movie would cost and so on.
Come for school.
That's step number one. That is step number one. So yes, you come through and see what it would take for you to make a movie. Okay, in case you feel you have amazing stories that you would like to tell. First, you need to do the basics. Okay, that is learning how to do.
Here's what I found there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you encourage your children to study film? And is there any potential for one's career as an actress or filmmaker in general?
Definitely.
In Zambia?
Definitely.
Because some people will be like, I'm Zambia, no, I'm Zambia.
Hey,
what do you think about that?
They just don't know what is happening now. Acting is not like the way it was back then.
Okay.
It is totally different. If you were to ask me to choose between acting and teaching, I would go for acting.
Okay.
As simple as that.
I hope your employer
nice.
is not listening.
Let them listen, but this is the truth.
Okay.
Yes. So I would choose acting, and the reason is simple. Let me take you back in history. If you have seen, we have playhouses everywhere in the country. And then when we go at school levels, we'll have those
drama clubs.
Yes, and then we've got the dressing rooms as well. So what it implies is that these things were planned for, but unfortunately the government had paid less or no attention at all to them. Because if we had a government that was serious about acting, we are going to have acting being brought in under the curriculum of Zambia, so that we can have learners who have gone to school like our Nigerian friends and then our South African friends. Acting is in their curriculum, so you find that those people have got papers like what Martina here is trying to do now. And then you find that I'm a teacher, yes, but I haven't said where I work. So you find that acting pays us more than we get through teaching.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No wonder you'd like to be more into the.
Yes. That's
do you plan to do that in future?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
In the near future.
Very near future.
Yeah. So I would encourage my children or parents out there to send their children to the acting schools, because they will make more money. And then apart from that, film industry is not all about filming. We've mentioned a lot of things with Martina that happens behind the scenes. So it's not that they'll just be acting. We've got the makeup artists, we've got those boom swingers, then we've got the technicians, the DOP. So there are so many things. There's a variety of what they are going to learn out there. And then you'll find that they, like what I said, that they'll get a lot of opportunities even outside the country, because they'll have a paper to show.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is certified
by Teveta.
Yes. Now, Martina, young people are encouraged to study film, and we do have amazing film directors and film producers in the country. Thanks to SOTAMBE Film Institute and Zamcom, you can now study filmmaking course right here in Kitwe as well as in Lusaka. How can one apply?
Thank you. So people can send us a WhatsApp or call us on the phone number, which is 0961 914461, or they can send us the email filminstitute@sotambe.org, and then we'll be able to issue or send them back the admission form. A lot of people are asking whether they need a grade 4 certificate, and what are the requirements. So they can send a grade 4 certificate, but we pay attention to your passion for film. We want to work with people who already feel they are beneficial to the industry, or they already have experience to begin with. So if they can write a motivation letter, which is writing to us why they want to study film, what is their passion, what is their future, what are the future goals, for example, what they want to do. And based on that, they will be admitted.
Okay. So that's simple. It has been great to have the ladies. Obviously, I've been talking to Martina Mwanza, co-founder of SOTAMBE, and not forgetting Patience Joseph Kabwata, who is an actress, teacher, mother. But hey, she's more into the film industry.
Yes.
You can catch her as well in Landlady Meets Landlord right there. Until next Tuesday, it's been exciting. It's been very it's been a privilege to have the ladies around and just share this information, and obviously see that there are more career goals out there for everybody, especially the youth. But hey, point number one, learn your craft. So get to SOTAMBE Film Institute and learn film making. I'm going there.
We are waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we wrap up this afternoon's interview, our special program. Catch us again next Tuesday at 16 hours. Good afternoon.
Jazzy Boy Production, ladies and gentlemen.